what I want to try next is to add something like a rhythm. So this means I take the kick drum, which we have already in here. I hope you can see everything fine. Yeah, I think so. Looks good. And then I move the MIDI note something like, yeah, like this. But not like just double, more like bum bum ba bum 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 ba bum, like, for example, like this. And then of course we want to change a little bit the color of the second kick drum. And EQ everything out which is happening here on the top. We just want to have a really rumbling rhythm in that kick drum. Now you can really feel like bum bum ba bum 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 ba bum. There is some vibe. And next, I think these three groups are enough. What we could do, we could duplicate this track again. So now we can start, maybe add some, what is that one? Oh yes. What you can do, instead of the kick drum, we could use, so let's first give our tracks the right name. So this is the kick, this is the transient, or whatever it is. This is the rhythm. Rhythm like this, no, like this. However, and now we have the reverb, rumble. Yeah, and the rumble. Okay, cool. So there's one track left, which is this one. I call it transient. What I basically do with that one is I add something like a hi-hat or a percussion sound on top of the kick drum to emphasize the transient of the kick drum and to make sure that, for example, on this kind of stuff, like a smartphone or pretty small speakers, you still have the kick, like the kick of the kick drum. Of course, this kick drum has a nice transient already. Yeah, it's pretty high, like you can hear it everywhere on every device, I think so. But I want to add some dirt, maybe something like a swash on every sound. So let's just check and find out if we can find something that just fits into that loop. Where is it? By the way, for the rhythm, I totally forgot to change that. I usually fade in a little bit. So the sound is a little bit softer. We have less of the transient from the kick drum. But let's check together in the mix. Nah, come on, turn that annoying thing down. What we could also try is add just instead this kind of rhythm. This one is way too loud. So I'm just trying to find the sweet spot with the fade in and also maybe the sample length and the fade out to fit that sample, which is of course the same kick drum, into the main kick drum and the reverb kick. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it like this. So now it is really adding some low frequency, some really suppy stuff, some movement, and then really in the tummy. When you are in the club, you can really feel like something is going on the sub. Yeah, without it's a little bit less movement and less tight in the low frequencies. So we have this kind of, it's more or less like a classic trance track. You also have these kind of bass lines which do like bum ba ba bum ba ba bum ba ba bum. And also in techno, it's almost the same. I mean, it's just more filtered and a little bit more dirty, but in the end, the rhythm is the same, like in a classic trance, psytrance kind of track. Let's come back to our transient. Yeah, maybe this one. Let's add some equalizing stuff here. Yeah, let's keep it like this. So I just want to have a little bit dirt on top of the transient of the kick drum, filtered out all the bass because we have enough bass in this group now. Yeah, but I'm not happy with this sound, to be honest. Yeah, I think we're gonna leave that one. So, yeah, you can hear it just adds a little bit of dirt on top of the kick. The kick itself could be a little bit more dirty as well, in my opinion. So the kick itself. So let's try to add some overdrive to the kick drum. Okay, so I just took an overdrive and then cranked up some of the knobs to achieve a sound which is not too thin, because when you add the overdrive, like more or less like this, For example, here you can make the sound like really thin, so there's almost no bass left in the kick. Yeah, here we have almost the classic kind of GABA kick drum. I also don't want that. I think I need something here. And then add just a tiny bit to the kick drum. Okay, cool. So next I want to change a little bit the volume of these tracks. Yeah, so they are all now at 0 dB. So what I normally do is I put all except the kick drum down to like minus infinite, and yeah, then I just bring up one after the other to until I have the feeling that it fits together. Okay, this is our transient. Could be a little bit louder. Okay, so this is our rhythm. And then we have the bass, like the rumble. Now we have the group, we have the kick drum, we have a transient on the kick drum, and we have a rhythm. Next, we're going to switch on this rack.